Shut up, TLK. I'm trying to. He's getting ahead of me. Yeah, start on go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Both TLK and Zach were like typing in. So I always have this normal thing that I type in the Discord chat. Both of them were just getting like 5 steps ahead of me there. That's pretty funny. But no, good luck to both you guys. Restreamer slacking once again. All right, but yeah, no, this should be a pretty good match today. So, TLK, you didn't see anything. Yeah, we're timer's totally accurate right now. I mean, both these runners are on the pace of their lives because the Restreamer once again slacking. Okay. You got a clip. Alright, well, anyways, look, so, Zach has a PB of 129, I believe. I think that's his PB. Unless he PB'd recently, I can't remember, but TLK actually PB'd in his last tournament match. As far as I know, I think that is his current PB. It's like a 130, 139, something like that. So, that's pretty good, honestly. But I'm really excited to see where this goes. So, one thing I noticed with TLK when he was playing, his first match in round 1 was against PTL. One thing I noticed is that when TLK gets to the pit, he does a really good job with, wow, he got a really big PB. So his PB's a 132. This might actually be a closer match than I thought it was gonna be, because I thought TLK's PB was like 10 minutes behind Zach still, but that's, wow. So that's pretty interesting. I will say, what I've been trying to say is that TLK is pretty good at the pit. I'd say that's definitely his strong area, at least that from the last time I watched his match. And then Zach is good at both the pit and early game. Split right. Okay, I'll probably do that. So I'll be fixing the timer when Zach enters the door at 5:41. Currently very accurate timer on the stream right now. What's up, Castle? Yeah, losers. This is pretty exciting. So someone gets eliminated. The winner goes and plays Castle. Really interesting stuff. We actually have our winners finals coming up soon. I don't have a specific date yet, but it will probably be sometime this week. That will be PTL versus Teddy. So that's pretty exciting. Both those runners have secured a top 3 spot in the tournament. Yeah, apparently he does. Apparently he has a 132 now. Yeah, me too. I missed that too. I hadn't seen any of it. He has a sub 1, he just hasn't admitted it. Honestly, I agree. I gotta refresh these streams, make sure everything's up to date. Let me do that, and then let me do this. Okay, we should be good now. Alright, cool. Oh, but he hasn't submitted it yet. Okay. Interesting. Oh, he was racing against Best. But yeah, no, either way, we should have a pretty good match here today. I'm excited to see how this turns out. Once again... Oh, it is a 139. Okay, so Teddy's just lying to me. I'm not shocked. Alright. Someone really should ban Teddy for the chat, dude. This guy's insane. Of course. I love how I believed it too. Alright, well, yeah, I'm just gonna hang on. I'm just gonna do this. Don't even worry about the timer. It's gonna be a 5, 1, and then I'll just start it when Zach enters the door. Slash band Teddy. He got me good. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. So far, both runners are just in prologue. How did I fall for that? Honestly, I have a lot of faith in TLK. I do. His pit is actually good. Like, I'm not gonna lie. From the last time I saw him, like, I was pretty impressed with it. Because that was the first time I'd actually seen him do a run. It was kind of like a last-minute entry, so, into the tournament. But yeah, we'll see where this goes today. I'm hoping he can PV, though. I know he can. Alright, gonna actually have a good timer here in just a second. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, cool. Close enough. I probably split that a little early, but... Why is the timer stopped? So I accidentally forgot to start the timer. But, I'm just... Basically, I set it to 5:41 and just split when Zach entered the door. That way we have an accurate timer. Because I was... I was not paying attention at the beginning of the stream, so... Yeah, we should be all good now. It should be close enough to accurate. Both runners are, timing on their own, so... That's what their final time will go by, technically. Like, there's a timer on stream, but if there's like a really close race, the winner's determined by the timers of, you know, both runners, because they time their own runs. So, if that makes any sense. Yeah, good Restreamer, dude, once again. Alright, but yeah. So coming up here, we'll actually start talking about the run now, I promise. You know. We got 1-1 coming up here. And, I'm interested to see how both runners, I'm interested to see what both runners do here. I think both of them are going to go for shop. Zach might skip it, but we'll see. I think Zach usually does, the, Shroom Shake strat from the shop. I remember last run, or not PTL, but, TLK in his first round match got, like, a full inventory of Shroom Shakes, so I'm interested to see that, if that happens again. We'll see. But yeah, both runners are just going into Bestovius. The early game stuff isn't too important until we get the flip ability. For anyone who doesn't really know, Mario gets the flip ability in this game. He's the only character that is able to flip in 3D. It'll definitely be used a lot in this run. Even in the pit, there's a lot of really good uses for it. Because each level in pit is there, like, it's there in 2D, but it's not there in 3D, so you can fall to the bottom. If you flip to 3D, there's a lot of different strategy that goes into it. But it is actually probably one of the most important things in this game. And then the other character that we get is Peach. Not as useful, unfortunately, except for a few areas. But we'll talk about those later. So right now on Zach's screen, you're actually going to see the first flip of this run. He's going to flip, and there's two items there. He's going to pick up both of them. It's a Shell Shock and a Shroom Shake. And then he's going to flip in 3D again, and he's going to pick up the Fire Burst. So, each of those items will actually be used in this run. The Shell Shock will be used in room 89, most likely. The Shroom Shake gives you 10 HP, so it's always good to pick up, especially for a pit run. You always want to get extra heals whenever you can. And then the Fire Burst will be used... Well, we're probably going to use a lot of Fire Bursts in this run, but that one in particular is picked up to be used in the pre-chapter 2 cutscene. So that's that. I guess another thing to mention is that there's going to be a point grind here in the next room. Zach is going to hit that coin block, and that's pretty useful for getting coins. That's my guess. My guess is that he's going to go for shop, then going to go for Shroom Shakes, since he's picking up some extra coins. I think if he gets 33 coins, he can get 3 Shroom Shakes. So that's that, because I think they're 11 each. But this room that Zach is in right now is actually very important for this run. There's this squid grind coming up here, and I'd imagine it's going to go pretty well. For some runners, this can be pretty difficult. but it's a very important thing. Specifically for this run, there's so much that goes in the pit, and getting leveled up early here is going to save a lot of time later in the run, and Zach gets a pretty decent grind there. He gets to almost 27k. Yeah, there's also an RNG block, which can sometimes drop a fast flower or a slow flower. It's very useful for this category, even if it is a slow flower, because you're basically, each points that you get is multiplied by 3, which that you can rack up a lot of points there, basically. But neither runners get it. It's completely random. There's a bunch of things that can drop from that block. TLK's also got a good grind here, which is good. It's good to see both runners get a good grind. Actually, TLK is going to be quite further ahead on points. That was really good. So yeah, he's actually an extra 10k ahead of Zach right now, which is pretty... Oh, TLK didn't even try it. It's whatever. But no, that's pretty good. So, level ups are going to be really important with this run. There's a lot that goes into leveling up, especially when you get to the pit. It's very useful, but the main thing for starting the pit, since, you know, we start the game with 0 points, we're very under-leveled when we enter the pit, but the key is to enter, or at least to get to room 25 with 60k. If you have 60k by room 25, then you'll be able to defeat the enemy in that room. If you don't, you'd have to, like, pray that you have a catch card drop or something like that. Room 19, there's also another soft luck. Potentially. It's not as common, but it's still a possibility. So yeah, Zach's gonna get 33 coins. This is 1-2. In any percent, this this level is quite interesting. There's a lot that goes into it. There's 2 tricks called LSJ and Green Bridge Skip that are used in the any percent run. Neither will be used here. LSJ takes too many coins to buy a life shroom, and then GBS is only possible on the Japanese. Well, technically it's possible in English, but both runners are playing on English 1.2, which basically keeps Mario from clipping out of bounds anywhere in the shop. So unfortunately, GBS, as far as we know, is not possible on that version. TLK also gets 33. I believe, actually, both runners are probably going to go for the same strat here. Is Disc 1.2? Disc is the one where you can have a 1.0 or a 1.2 disc, as well as 1.1, but it's very rare. However, both runners basically bought this, or well, I know Zach did, but TLK might not have, but if you're playing on Wii U, then you're playing on 1.2, because when they put the game on the Wii U, to purchase, they basically put the most recent version, like the most updated release. However, for Japanese, they didn't, so I don't know why. I'm pretty sure there is a 1.2 for JP. I mean, I could be wrong, but it's interesting to note. What's up, Ember? I hope everyone's doing well. The more matches that you commentate, setup wouldn't work. Oh yeah, that's right. In 1.2, they moved the pipe away from the wall, so it would be impossible. Maybe not impossible, but it would be very unlikely to set up. It's probably impossible, honestly. So, what's up, PTL? GL to both runners. Both of them are doing pretty good so far. Zach is actually going through 1-2 right now to get Thoreau, and then TLK is headed to the shop. I'd say they're probably about maybe like 40 seconds to a minute apart from each other. That's probably a loose estimate, but we'll see. It doesn't matter too much when you get to the pit, because the pit has so much luck involved with it, and there's so many ways to lose time and save time, so it's really unpredictable. There is like a little bit of an advantage if you get to the pit way before your opponent, but again, it's really unpredictable when you get to the pit, so. Yeah, the JP. Yeah, so like I said on Wii U, it's like I guess it's not just for this game, but also for other games on the Wii U that were ported. They just put them as like 1.0. It's quite interesting. Yeah, either they're lazy or maybe there was something where they lost like updated versions of the game, which I highly doubt, but you know, you never really know. I guess you can't really know, but I'm happy that JP is 1.0 so we can do the trick and save a lot of time. But yeah, so all of this part that both runners are going through where you get Thoreau, you talk to Watch It, you talk to the green dude, this is all that would be skipped with LSJ or Green Bridge Skip. Life Shroom Jump consists of pressing A or 2 on one frame after dying in midair, and you'll either jump or flip to get across a gap. It's a very... it's not fun. A lot of runners don't like it, myself included. I wouldn't say that it's like... Well, I guess it is kind of inconsistent. It's just really tough to get a one frame, and then, like, that's your only chance of getting that one frame. You just have one shot at it, or you're more than likely going to reset. So it's just a really tough situation. However, Green Bridge Skip was recently found, probably a week or two ago. Well, it's been known about for a while, because Mohawk found it, but there was an RTA setup found by Roblox, who's a glitch hunter in the Discord. So it was pretty cool to see that come to fruition. And then I think, I know Zach spent a lot of time practicing it and trying to get it, and I've been practicing it as well, along with quite a few other runners of this game. If it, like, I think it has the potential to be more consistent than LSJ. It's a pretty early trick. We've been trying to figure out how it works, so it's pretty interesting. Zach is in 1-3 right now. There's a lot that goes on in this level. The first thing is going to be another grind section. This one's not as long as the first one, but it is more important because you get a fast flower. So that, again, like I mentioned earlier, you get a lot of points for every enemy that you kill. So he's going to level up to 40k. Both runners should definitely be pretty good on points for now. Yeah, I'll check it. Oh, are you talking about, did I check? Yeah, I saw you got the record, Teddy. GG on that, by the way. That was defeat Shadu, right? Pretty good. So, this strat that Zach's doing right now, he's basically taking the squiglet, tossing it right here, having it shoot a coconut out, and using the coconut to jump over that gap. That actually saves a lot more time than what it looks like. That flipping cutscene, we basically have to start the machine, and then you have to sit through like a 10-second cutscene. It's pretty annoying. But right now, Zach is on the first boss fight of this game. This is Ochunk. This is sort of like a mini-boss. He's just one of Count Bleck's minions. I believe we're going to see him and Dementio throughout this run, and that's it. Like I said, Pit is quite a different category than just any percent. This fight, however, should be pretty simple. There's some times where you can get bad luck on him. He's tough to predict sometimes, but overall I think Zach's got it here. It's just basically you can do this strat and hide in the right corner, and then Zach is shaking the Wii Remote to gain more points. Well, not just to gain more points, but just to stay in midair for long, which allows Ochunks to jump up at him. So that was a pretty decent fight. Like I said, that fight can be really annoying. He has this one animation where he'll grab you and throw you, and that like takes 10 seconds. It's really annoying. TLK is going for the coconut jump, and oh, he messed it up, unfortunately. Zach is going for ICS. This should be good. Oh, unfortunately he didn't get the platform, but he's got the door. That's good. So yeah, ICS is Ice Turbo Skip. It's a pretty common trick to go for most runners. It saves about 15 seconds, I'd say. Basically, right as you enter the room, you're gonna walk to the left, or to the right, and then you're gonna pick up the Ice Turbo with Thoreau after it shoots a ice ball at you. And then right as you're holding the gerbil above your head, if you get hit, the gerbil will basically be high enough where you can jump on them and get to the platform above you. And that saves time, because normally you just have to go to the very right of the room and then jump on a spring. So it's a pretty neat trick. TLK's actually got a really good chunks fight right here. He's gonna get a lot of points from that. That's really good. He might actually be close to 60k, which is amazing. So he's pretty leveled up. Zach's got 44, and he's honestly, that's not bad at all. That's pretty good. Really, the ideal mark, I think, I heard this from a Pit Percent runner once, but you at least want to get to 25k off that squid grind. At the very least. Yeah, he's got 60k. So that's pretty good. So he literally is already good. He won't soft lock in this run, which is pretty cool. But Zach is still on pretty good pace to get to 60k. It's pretty interesting to see how staying on that grind for a little longer can actually make a really big difference in points. So this trick that Zach's going to go for in this next room is called Key Early. This trick was found probably like 10 months ago. Basically, you're normally supposed to enter another room and hit a switch. However, Zach's going to clip out of bounds here. He's going to walk to the seam, jump up, and then he's going to maneuver his way inside these brown blocks where a key is already spawned in. He's going to flip in 2D and grab it, and he's got it. And that actually saves quite a bit of time. That saves probably around like 20-25 seconds. Because like I said, you normally have to go all the way to the right, enter that door that was above us, and then we have to hit a switch, and then we have to go all the way back to the middle of the room and collect the key. So it's a pretty neat trick that was found. So TLK was just entering 1-4 currently. And then basically it's a very simple level. There's not much to it besides key early. I believe TLK will also go for it, but we'll have to see. Oh, he's actually going to go for the life shroom, which is a pretty good strat, honestly. I forgot to actually look at what both runners did for the shop, but getting that life shroom is not a bad idea. It takes a little bit, but a life shroom is really good to have in the event that you take a lot of damage at once and you accidentally die. Because this way, if TLK gets down to 0 HP, he'll actually re-heal. So it's surprisingly helpful in the pit, because sometimes there's some rooms that a bunch of enemies will just fly at you, and it's really weird. Okay, so both runners did 3 shroom shakes. All right, that makes sense. So yeah, like I said, 1-4 is mostly linear outside of Q early, which TLK is about to attempt. But most rooms consist of just entering the room, doing whatever puzzle that the room requires you to do, and then leaving. But Zach's actually going to go to the first chapter boss of this game, which is Fractal. TLK's clipped out of bounds. And... alright, cool. He's up there and he's got it. Nice. That's pretty good. That was actually a lot better than what he did his first match. So that's pretty good. Yeah, those last stairs going up to Fractal are annoying. But yeah, Fractal is the first chapter boss of this game. He's going to be the only one we fight in this run, and we're actually going to fight, after the pit, there's a clone of Fractal called Ractail that we're going to fight, that has a little more HP and is a little riskier, but both of these fights are pretty easy overall. There's not much to them besides getting both cutscene skips. But actually, a fun thing about Fractal is that in the game, he actually is about to let Mario pass because he recognizes Mario. But Dimentio is the one that sort of fries his system and turns him into an enemy. Ooh, TLK. TLK got past the ladder of doom right there. That ladder is pretty pretty scary for some runners because I think it's the only ladder that we see that's in like 3D for this game. So, and it's really tough because sometimes, depending on how you played the other room, you'll take damage right before you get to the very top of the ladder. But thankfully, TLK was able to get up there right as he took damage. So yeah, Fractale does this cutscene for like 40 seconds on the ground. And we're actually, you're meant to hit him 3 times and then fall back down to the ground. However, we're actually going to completely skip that by jumping from the end of his tail to the beginning of his head as he loops around in midair. So it's pretty cool. And that saves watching that cutscene again. You're normally meant to watch that cutscene 2 more times if you fall down. But if you jump from the end of his tail to the beginning of his head, then you won't have to worry about that. Unfortunately, Zach didn't get a spawn. Most runners will want 3 enemies to spawn on top. Or no, not 3, but 4. The 4th one to pick up, and so you'd be able to easily hit Fractale as soon as you land back onto his head. But unfortunately, these enemy spawns are really weird. They're really tough to judge. See how both runners are actually on Fractale right now. So I'd say TLK is about a minute behind. And then Zach's gonna get 2 more to spawn. And he's... oh no. Okay, and he's got it. There we go. Yeah, the boss, it's frustrating for runners because it is actually the easiest boss. Well, I wouldn't say that. Bone Chill's technically easier because it's not meant to be easier, but the strat's easy. But it's the first boss of the game, and it's difficult to do fast sometimes. It's really easy to just mess up and get ahead of yourself. And some runners have fallen off. Castle actually fell off Fractale in his last tournament match, unfortunately. But yeah, so that's really the end of 1-4. And to talk about this specific category, because I don't think I've done this yet, but since this is pit percent, the goal of the category is not really to beat the game in particular, but it's just to beat the Pit of 100 Trials as fast as possible. So we're not going to be completing the game. This is actually the only chapter that we'll be completing. We'll be entering Chapter 2, Chapter 2-1 in particular. We'll be getting Boomer, and then we'll immediately go to the pit. You can actually do the pit without Boomer since we found a way to clip into a pipe. But doing the pit without Boomer is very risky. There's a lot of luck that's involved, because there's certain enemies, since both runners, TLK's leveled up more than usual, but he's still pretty low on level. You're not really meant to do the pit until probably around, like, I don't know. I don't know exactly what the game intends for when you do the pit, but I'd imagine expects you to be pretty leveled up, like probably around like 200k to do both pits. But we're just gonna go in like immediately right after Chapter 1 here, so after we get Boomer. But yeah, there's not too much to say with this cutscene here. I guess the only thing to mention is that there is actually a sequence break at the top right of this room. If you use fly hacks and you go down the pipe and grab a key, you can actually trick the game into thinking it's in 8-1. And it would make certain categories, like possibly this category, as well as Defeat Shadow. It could actually save time in both those categories. But currently, we have no way of getting up there. It's just a theory currently. So yeah, I mean, overall, this cutscene doesn't do too much. TLK is just finishing up the 1-4 cutscene. And this cutscene with Bleck is a little interesting. Basically, you play as Peach trying to maneuver through the castle. However, Peach and the Koopa will be cornered. And then they're about to capture Peach and like take her in for whatever reason. However, she just magically teleports away. You don't really know who or what this is at the time, but it's actually Dimentio sending her to Flipside. Dimentio has this really evil master plan that I'm not really gonna spoil right now. But if you haven't played the game, you should. I recommend it. E-girl master plan. Dimentio. Yeah, technically, I mean, Peach could technically just jump off. She has a parasol. I mean, I don't know. Quite interesting. But yeah, so there's a couple things that happen in this cutscene once we come back to Flipside here. The main thing is that we're actually going to get Peach as a partner. That's going to be the only other character we get in this run. You can actually play as Bowser and Luigi, but we don't go that far in the game to get those characters, so... Peach, unfortunately, is not used too many times. I think I mentioned this earlier, but yeah, she's not used that many times in this run, besides a couple times early game, and she'll be used in the Ragtail fight. But other than that, Mario in general is just a faster character, as well as with the ability to flip. You can do a lot of things in the pit, and it's easier to play as him in the pit. Peach has the ability to float down after jumping with her parasol, and she can also use her parasol to block if you hold the down button. Which in some instances that would be useful, but both runners are experienced enough where, you know, they're not gonna use that. Don't do the Trials 2 strats. Yeah, in the last tournament match, Zach unfortunately game overed. It was against Teddy, but Zach got really, really bad luck in a lot of areas, and he got down to 1 HP. And he went through like 5 different rooms with just 1 HP, just barely clutching each room. And then he actually, in between there, he got a Flim spawn, and he was gonna talk to Flim to see if he had a healing item. But he accidentally entered the door in like the very last frame. It's quite rough. But yeah, as you can see, Zach's actually cooking the spicy soup right now with the fireburst that we picked up in Bestovius' house. So you can actually see that being used here. The reason he's doing this is that during that Merlin cutscene, this random guy just came into Merlin's house and he was like, "This girl landed on the Flipside tower," and it's actually Peach. That's where Dimentio teleported her. So, but we don't know that, you know, casually. I mean, we know that now. So normally you're supposed to go up here, and then Merlin will tell you to go make the soup. I didn't call it a sap soup. I'm pretty good. I've improved. Hopefully one day I'll get through a tournament match, like commentary, and I'll actually remember all the names of each enemy in the pit. I think that's like a staple, like I'll always just, like there's always gonna be like one enemy that I either don't remember, forget the name of, or pronounce wrong or something like that, so, you know, that's just my commentary style. Pretty bad. But yeah, so that soup wakes up Peach. But it's a pretty good use of prior knowledge. There's a lot of that in this run and the any percent run. Just the runners have knowledge of the game. A big example is in 2-3. That's the level where you're normally supposed to get like 1,000,000 rupees. And that level takes forever, casually. Even if you know what you're doing, it still takes forever. But since we just know the code at the very top, it actually takes like 2.5 minutes. So that's pretty cool stuff. So yeah, both runners are in Merlin's house. They're probably about like a minute apart. Oh yeah, I should probably check that spreadsheet. So I don't have any Chrome tabs open because I've been having problems with this PC lately when it comes to restreaming. But I will definitely probably switch over to that because it's a little more extensive than the old pit document that we have. So it's definitely better to use. Just Googled the code. I think, literally, I played this game when I was 7. I think I did the exact same thing. I think I was like, even at 7, I had like no patience to play how you're normally supposed to play. I think you need to get like 10,000 rupees to get the code or something. It's ridiculous. Yeah, TLK is actually doing a good job so far. In compared to his PV, I'm hoping that he PVs this run. I'd imagine he will. He has a 139. So that's actually a squiglet jump right there that Zach did. He basically picked up the squig and tossed it on the ledge. Oh yeah, TLK is a sub 3 and 90%. You guys, I mean, happened last week. I think you guys missed it. No big deal. Oh no, TLK went the wrong way. Oh, alright, good. Yeah, he's within a minute, like around a minute, compared to Zach. Sub 5. Yeah, pretty legit, sub 3. Good stuff. My brain. Dude, I can't count the amount of times that I've done that because I'm so used to like I don't know. My brain is like so used to going to chapter 2 because this cutscene is such a drag that I think the door's already spawned in, and then I realize I need to jump down to talk to Peach. So yeah. So Zach's entering 2-1. We're actually not going to complete this level. This is the only level in the game we won't complete. We're just going to get Boomer and then Return Pipe. 2-1 takes about like 3 minutes to get through. It's very similar to 1-4 where you enter each room and you have a main objective that you have to complete to get to the next room. Yeah, he's on a pretty good run. I think Zach said the only thing that went wrong was his Fractail. But everything else is pretty nice so far. I know he's been practicing some pit runs for the past few days, so I'm interested to see if he's able to PV. I should probably give both streams a refresh real quick. It's been a while. That's actually a good idea. Okay. That's good. There we go. So in this room right here, Zach is going to go for Goomba Jump, I believe. Yeah, he's gonna go for it. Ooh, that's unfortunate. If you time your jump right, you can actually jump on that Goomba and get up to the pipe, but unfortunately I think he jumped a little early and got hit by the Goomba. There is a backup though, you can just manipulate yourself in 3D to be able to jump up to the pipe. Both tricks honestly save a lot of time and skip going to the very end of this room and taking a path back. So it's actually a pretty cool trick. I find it kind of interesting that they missed that too in the game, because literally anyone can do the 3D manipulation strat to jump up to the pipe. Too late to have seen Chapter 1. Both runners have decided to go fast, so pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean, Zach's on his way to the pit, really. Right after he gets Boomer. It doesn't feel like it's been 40 minutes. That's kind of crazy. This has gone by pretty quick. It probably hasn't felt like 40 minutes because the first 10 minutes I was trying to reset the timer because I messed up, but it's all good. Pretty pog. Alright, the one thing I'll mention about 2-1 is that there's actually a strat called Boomer Skip, where if you get another Shell Shock, you can actually hit a switch, which completely skips getting Boomer. It's definitely faster to do in any percent. However, it either like evens out in comparison to what we do for this run, or it's just a little bit slower. Because you would have to get an extra shell shock. Which isn't too big of a deal, but that would take coins away from getting like an extra heal or you know, other things. You got a turtley leaf. One cool thing about, well, it's not really that cool, but Boomer actually has the slowest text out of any pixel in this game, so that's pretty cool. It's only slow because he asks you, like, so many questions. But yeah, Zach's actually just going to use the return pipe, and he's on his way to the pit. So, there's a couple strats that can happen in pre-pit. Oh, Zach wanted to be in the commentary, because he usually just listens to the stream commentary, but he wanted to be in the commentator VC. And I changed the Discord layout where it only shows my name where I'm when I'm talking, so he wouldn't show his name up on stream. TLK actually did Goomba jump there, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so we can hear the commentary, which I totally get. But yeah, a couple things, like I said, with pre-pit. Yeah, he's just gonna blow up the blocks there. You can do boomerless pit by clipping into those blocks. There's another strat that you can do with 3D manipulation to get in the pipe. But there is an HP plus early here. I don't think he'll be going for it, but I could be wrong. But if you were to flip into 3D and go to the very back of this room, you would get the HP plus, which will give you 5 extra HP going into the pit. He's going to do coconut jump like a legend, and he's got it. Cool stuff. I love that strat, even though I don't know if it saves time or not. So. But yeah, that's really it. He's about to enter the pit. There's quite a few things that I need to mention about the pit before I actually talk about each room. There's a lot of things that are RNG for the pit. The first thing is that key and item drops. Basically... Oh, am I not on Zach's audio? My bad. Okay, there we go. That's a really good first key, by the way. I think that was first. It might have been second. But key and item drops are random, so when you enter the room, one of the enemies in the room will have the key to go to the next room, and you basically have to kill as many enemies as possible to find that key. Each enemy has different items that it can drop as well. It really depends on which enemy, like what item can drop from it. Some items are more common than others, like fireburst drops are actually somewhat common in the pit, in comparison to like maybe a Thunder Rage or an Ice Storm or something to that extent. But yeah, those are random. The entry and exit door placements are random, so basically where you enter and where the exit door is, it's random. However, there are some common locations, particularly with, well, I think with both, actually. There's common locations that most runners have knowledge of. The room layouts are completely the same. Those are not random. Each room that you go into is going to have the same layout each time. There's different layouts for each room, but basically what I'm trying to say is that room 3 is always going to have the same layout. Room 5 will always have the same layout, but enemy placement, like enemy locations, will be different. Door placement, you know, key and item drops. Another important thing with the pit is level ups. So the runners will be paying attention to their level. I already mentioned the thing about being at 60k before. Oh, TLK. I don't know what happened. Oh, did he actually? I think he accidentally went back into 2-1. That's unfortunate. Yeah, he's got a return pipe there. Ooh, his gerbils are not being nice. Zach. my brain. If you aren't super fast at menuing. Okay, that's good to know. Alright, now TLK is headed to the pit. Zach is on room 7. The one thing I was saying about level ups, I'll mention it again with 60k, but you have to be at 60k before room 25, or else you'll more than likely be soft locked. There's also a soft lock chance before room 19, so ideally you would want to get to 60 before room 19. But there's like a few ways to get out of both, but the main one is room 25. Like, the only way that you'd be able to defeat that enemy is a catch card, and you'd have to hope it works. But Zach right now, he definitely will get to 60k if he keeps this pace up. I think he's only in the first 10 rooms still, but we'll have to see. Okay, he's actually on room 10, so that was a pretty good first set of rooms. There's a couple enemies that I missed, but there's some important ones that I'll be mentioning. Sproingwings can be jumped on, and you can actually do like a mini grind on them. This room is actually pretty cool. He'll actually use this Koopa shell to destroy a lot of enemies here. Well, unfortunately I think he got some bad placements, but... Oh, that was good. He got the key. I must be thinking of a different room, but anyways, Sproingwings, you can do like a mini grind if you have open space above your head. Cherbils, we already mentioned them earlier, but you'll see both runners sometimes do what's called a duck jump, where they hold down before jumping. This decreases Mario's height. It looks really like insignificant, but some of the levels in the pit have like really tight spaces where the ceiling's like right above you, and a lot of the enemies are very large, so it's actually best case to just duck jump to get past both enemies. And there's certain enemies where you can use duck jumps to basically spam them since you have a ceiling right above your head. There's a bunch of poison enemies as well. Koopas are pretty important. You've seen them so far. You can flip in 3D and allow them to grind a bunch of enemies. Even if the enemies are still in 2D, the Koopa shell will still be able to hit them. It's pretty useful. That's an unfortunate door spawn for Zach right there. He's got to go all the way. Yeah, that sucks. But the main thing with Koopa shells is that green and red Koopas, if they go off screen for too much, they'll despawn. However, spiny shells will not despawn. We'll actually see a use of spiny shells in 51, and since you can just use them off screen, you can actually, in 51, you can use the spiny shells for a grind. Oh, TLK did coconut, yeah, that's good. So yeah, just to give a little update, TLK is entering... What is he entering? I think this is 5. Okay, so he's entering 5, and Zach should be going into what I believe is 16. Okay. Oh, so this is the first sight of Tyloids. You'll see them a lot in this run, but they basically climb on walls. If you can't jump on them, it's more than likely that you're going to have to use Boomer to kill them. But he actually had a pretty good room right there. He's going to use this shell once again to wipe a bunch of these enemies here. That was pretty good. Getting some weird door placement. At least I'm trying to keep up, yeah. Both runners are going by pretty fast, so... Nice fresh veggie drop. That's like, what, 8 HP, I think? Something like that, 7? I haven't been paying attention too much to TLK, but... I believe his key RNG... Oh, yep, it's definitely pretty good. He's getting some first keys, I'm pretty sure. He definitely got one there. So. Alright, so Zach is in the Koopa Troll room. Yeah, I still haven't fixed that thing. That's like a common thing about me, is that I will be like, yeah, I definitely should fix that, and then proceed to not fix it. So, Nightbot popping off once again. Having a great day. That was actually a good Koopa Troll room. I was going to mention that that Koopa Troll is the enemy that you need to be at 60k to damage. There's still multiple ways to kill him if you're not at 60k. You can use a Koopa Shell, depending on what level he's on. And then you can also, you know, do the catch card thing. But it takes forever to kill, even if you are at 60k, so it's best to just not... hope that enemy does not have the key. So, most runners refer to it as getting Koopa Trolled. TLK is actually down to 5 HP right here. I think it's 4 now, yeah. He should be going into... I think he's already been past 10. Yeah, I think he's in 15. Okay. And Zach has entered 24. Another really good key drop for TLK. That's pretty good. He's probably going to have to use a heal soon since he already leveled up at 60. It's a good room for Zach. Oh, so Zach right now is in the first Daisy room. Daisies are very tough to kill. They're actually just very tough to deal with in general. As well as the Paragoombas, they are very unpredictable sometimes. And this room layout in general is just horrible. So, big struggle in this room. But yeah, there is a pretty dangerous enemy called an Amazy Daisy. Getting hit by its music note will do a lot of damage. You got a world record at 80% last tournament. Pretty pog. So TLK's in 21. I think Zach is in 28. I think. $29 now. Okay. Alright, so he's through the first 30 rooms. I think I forgot to mention, boos will basically home towards you. They're on TLK's screen right now. You basically want to face away from them. TLK still isn't healed yet, so I'm assuming he's just going through as many rooms as possible, just trying to save his heals, which is a pretty smart play. Because a lot of these early rooms, they're pretty simple. It's pretty simple to get through them. So it's more than likely Best to just wait as long as possible to heal, which he's done that here. Oh yeah, that key was in a wall. That happens sometimes. So, pretty good key, good stuff. This room that Zach is in right now, these are the Longinators. There's some really weird physics when it comes to jumping on them. It'll send you in a lot of directions, but the room can take a while sometimes, as you can see. If you get bad RNG, it'll take quite a bit. Oh, so I think this is actually the first sight of Cursias in the run. Cursias are very easy to kill. They actually only take like 1 damage to kill, I'm pretty sure. But if you run into them, they'll curse you. I'm hoping Zach's stream didn't just die. I hope that's on my end. TLK's in 25 right now. Let me try to refresh again. Oh, okay. That's unfortunate. It says he's live, but it's just not loading the stream for me. Well, let me look at his stream to see if it's up on my phone. Because this is an interesting error that I'm getting. Yeah, it's literally up. Hang on. Let me refresh again. Oh, now he says he's offline. What? I'm literally playing his stream on my phone. This is this is unbelievable. Okay. Yeah, I'm reloading the page. That's what I've been doing. He's splicing, of course. Yeah, it's just not loading for me. Oh, it's on your end? Okay, good. Well, I mean, not good, but I'm glad it's not anything I'm doing wrong. Okay. We should be good now. Okay, it should come back now. In a second. I'll try to refresh again. It's just struggling. TLK is on 29. These novices. He's down to 2 health. He's gonna heal, which is a good decision. Oh, that fresh veggie does 10. I didn't know that. Alright, I apologize about that. Hopefully the streams have been fine so far. I'll have to check where both runners are. That's a really good lock jump for TLK there. Hopefully I can get... I don't know if this is on my end or if it's still on Zach's end, but I hope I can get his stream back running at full view. He looks to still be in the lead, yeah. The TLK is on 35. Zach is on the Tyloid room. I think that's the second one. Trying to see. Okay, he's on 47. Alright, that's all I was trying to see. Yeah, he just left. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, Discord can be, like, really buggy. Oh, I think that's literally what happened. There we go. That literally, like, as soon as he left the VC, it just got all better. So, that's good. Alright. So, 49 and 37, they're quite a ways apart. I'm pretty sure TLK is still on decent pace for PB. Zach's actually ahead of... Ooh, that's a nice drop. That's a Thunder Rage. But yeah, he's actually ahead of TLK when it comes to points. So, pretty good stuff. And he's entering 51, so he might level up here. Yeah, it depends, but he might. There's a chance that he could level up here, which is always nice. Yeah, this room, I was talking about it earlier, but it's a very good room when it comes to just grinding enemies. So that Buzzy Beetle will just roll along the floor through the entire room. He actually didn't level up, but he's 4K away, so you can get a lot of points from that. It's very helpful. What's up, Dark? What's up, everyone? What's up, buddy? I missed a lot of people. Hope you've been doing well, Dark. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Caution, what's up? Manta, Castle. Cool stuff. But yeah, so that was actually a good pig rhythm room for him. I didn't realize he got the first key. But TLK is on... I forget what room this is. It is indeed gamer time. Okay, he's actually on 40. So he's at a good spot. Gets a flim spawn, but he's probably got a lot of healing items already. Oh, he's going into the clubber rooms, which can be irritating sometimes. I think he used 2 healing items so far this run, which is... it's unfortunate to use healing items early, but sometimes if you just get, like, bad luck or... Ooh, he's close. Ooh, he's at 2. Yeah, he's got to heal again. Well, I mean, he's got a life shroom, so he won't die if that were to happen, but... Ooh, That's rough. This club is being annoying. Zach is also in a club room, but he's in 54. He gets the key, which is good. So this room is the Koopa Strikers room. I'm trying to catch up on what I didn't mention, but these Koopa Strikers will basically kick more Koopa shells at you. You can just stand in certain places, and they'll kill themselves, or they'll just hit each other with different shells. There's a bunch of different strats for Koopa Strikers, which are pretty fast. But when you get to the later rooms, some of the different Strikers will do more damage and stuff like that. Alright, so Zach is actually in 58, which is the Amazing Daisy room, and is sprinting around the room. So, but that Amazing Daisy, I mentioned earlier, will do a lot of damage if you get hit by their music note, but it's best to just actually get them to run as soon as you enter the room. That way there is no chance of getting hit by that music note by accident. It's not like a necessary thing that needs to happen, but it's a good strat. Ooh, okay. So yeah, that was a reason why those Daisy rooms are really annoying, but thankfully, the Amazing Daisy didn't have the key. Basically, in that room, you're gonna just kill every Daisy in the room and hope the Amazing Daisy doesn't have it, so... Thankfully, it didn't there. This is actually the first moment where Magiblots show up in this run. A good strat for those Magiblots is just to get them to spawn in a corner, which allows you to jump on their heads and get decent amount of hits on them. It's a good strat. Yeah, Daisies make a lot of runners, monk-ass. It's pretty unfortunate. Okay, so TLK is actually gonna... Oh, he's gonna use a block here. So he's at pretty low health. He's at 4. He's still at the life stream, so he's fine. He's actually close to level up, which... This is actually a pretty good use of the block right here. Okay, nice. So he should be able to level up soon. Okay, that one had the key. Yeah, he'll level up pretty soon. He'll be fine. Zach's in another Tyloid room, close to... I think he's in the 60s now. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure he's in the 60s now. TLK is in 49, just leveled up, so he gets some more attack, which is always nice. But these Tyloid rooms, I haven't talked too much about Tyloids besides the fact that they just climb on walls. But the longer you go into this run, there's different versions of Tyloids that show up. I think there's like 4 different colors that you see in this run. Yellow moves the fastest and blue moves the slowest. Red has... I mean, there are certain enemies that just have low HP and high HP. They differ in many ways. 65 is a pretty easy room here. You just have to, for those enemies, you just have to kill the original one or else they'll keep mutating. TLK is in the grind room, so he won't level up again, but he'll definitely catch up a lot on leveling, which is always good. Alright, so Zach is in a Skelebit room. He's down to 10 health, but he'll level up in 10k. And he probably still has a lot of healing items. He's on a decent run so far, actually. More Longinators in this room. The red ones take a little bit longer to kill, so they can be more annoying sometimes. That's a decent pig rhythm room there for TLK. I'm gonna actually switch back to Zach's audio here. So 68 and 53. Refresh TLK's stream. Alright, cool. So yeah, Zach's probably gonna level up here, but he's actually gonna heal just in case, which actually is a pretty good decision, because there's so much that can go wrong in this room, and the shells do 5 damage. This was the room that I was referring to where the Koopa Strikers can get a little crazy sometimes. Yeah, he's actually gonna... Fortunately, that wasn't a... Ooh, God, he's really close. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna use another one. I don't blame him. Like, he's so close to leveling, but these enemies are unpredictable sometimes. But he's leveled up now, he's fine. He only has one more healing for the rest of the run, but I think he'll be okay. He should be pretty good. Okay, he's on 70 right now, so he's actually gonna talk to Flim. He's gonna pick up a... I don't know. Maybe a Mighty Tonic? Is that what he picked? Yeah, he did. Okay. TLK is in the Dark Booze room. Dark Booze will basically move at you in 3D, and then they'll flip back into 2D to try to scare you. It's best to just wait for them to come to you with Boomer. So as Zach gets to some of the later rooms, there's a lot of enemies that are either really tough to kill or they're really dangerous. Yeah, I'm doing the best I can. I'll keep trying to refresh his stream, but there might be some lag with his internet, unfortunately. So we'll be doing the best we can. I think it was mainly just being in the Discord call can... I know that can definitely do a lot to the computer if you're streaming at the same time. There's actually TLK's in the Mazy Daisy room. Okay, that's not a bad decision, honestly. Yeah, it does. I've been in... I think I did a... yeah, I did like a... what was it? I streamed something for a marathon once from home, and I was... oh, man. TLK's got a Mazy Daisy. Oh, this is rough. Okay, so yeah, here's the Mazy Daisy. Oh, he's gonna have to... yeah, he'll have to stand back a little more if he wants to get this. But yeah, the strat for the Daisy is to throw it in this corner and jump on it. He's gonna want to stand back a little more, I think. Or he'll just try to jump on it. That works too. Well, sometimes it does. Yeah, the Daisy's just really... this enemy's just really annoying. And it's very difficult to kill sometimes. Ooh, okay. The last thing he wants, though, is to get hit by a music note. This isn't bad, actually. He's close to killing it. Okay, you got another 8 on it. Yeah, he's just gonna walk away from it, and there you go, he's got it. Okay, close call. It took a while, but I'm honestly just glad he got out of that room. That's really unfortunate, RNG. That Amazy Daisy just sucks to get sometimes. So, that's unfortunate. He's in the Magiblot room with Squiglets. So yeah, like I said, the strat for these Magiblots is just to attempt to get them in a corner and jump on them. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I don't know if he probably still can PB. Zach's down to 5. Ooh, 3 health. Yeah, he'll be fine. He's got enough health, but it's important to stay up on healing late into the run. It's good that he was able to pick up some more. Sorry about that again. TLK's got a nice Storm Drop, which is pretty good. He's still at 5 health. I know he still has... Actually, he's close to leveling up, so he'll be okay. More than likely. He still has the live stream as well. Unless it was used and I didn't see it. He's on 63 currently. This room is tough to deal with sometimes. There's a lot of enemies, and they do a lot of damage. But thankfully, he actually got first key, so that's pretty good. Zach's still in this Magiblot room. Magiblots can sometimes just be really irritating to deal with. I think, yeah, wow, it's just that Squig has the key. It's tough. Oh, he used it, okay. I didn't see that. I wasn't paying attention, but apparently TLK unfortunately used his live stream there. At least he was able to get a level up, refill his health. He should be okay, I'd imagine. Zach is going into 80 right now. So the last 20 rooms can be tough for a lot of runners. Depending on the room, obviously, but it is the final stretch of the run, really. Oh, a tie load got him, okay. He's on the Skelebit room right now. See, I'd say they're probably like 15 rooms apart. Zach's in 82 currently. I don't know what his pace is looking like. I don't know if he can PB still, but we'll see. It looks like his RNG's kind of been unfortunate for the past few rooms. He just leveled up though, so it's not bad. Yeah, definitely. TLK, actually, I think like the first 10 to 20 rooms, he had really good key RNG. And Zach has had his fair share throughout the run. I'll have to talk to both of them if they decide to do the interview post-race. Some more Koopa Strikers here. Yeah, Zach's on a Spania room. Spanias are really easy to kill, but they're also kind of annoying to deal with sometimes. Another Turtley Leaf drop. Teddy is definitely pissed off at this point. Throwing his controller at the wall watching these runs. There it is. Ooh, okay. I thought Zach got poisoned there, but he didn't. That's good. So, TLK in 70, and Zach is in 86. So yeah, 16 rooms apart. Actually, technically 15 now. This room right here, this Koopa Troll room, Koopa Trolls take forever to kill. He's actually going to use a... Yeah, he's going to use the tonic. Okay, that's a good... It's definitely a good decision there. One good thing about the Koopa Troll is you can get him to do that, like just home at you. Through a wall. Okay, he had the key. That's not too bad. Well, it's not the best, but I've also seen some worse rooms than that, unfortunately, so... TLK, unfortunately, gets some pretty bad spawns with the novices. Zach actually still has the Mighty Tonic, and he's just demolishing these enemies. Another property I think I forgot to mention about the curses is that if you flip, they'll fall straight to the ground. Oh wow, these ninjas are just... You can just one-shot them with the... with a taunt. Pretty cool. Oh god. Alright, this is... Yeah, okay, so this is the, Silva Goombas, or, Headbonk Goombas. I don't know their official name. I think it's just Headbonk. But basically, this is where the Shell Shock will be used, and Zach will be able to flip. Definitely get a level up, and you can just mow down this entire line of enemies. He actually got 2. Oh, and he got an egg. Everyone spam your eggs in the chat, dude. Please. That's a really good use of an Ice Storm, too, by TLK. He's just mowing through those enemies. Egg. Alright. Well, Zach's in the last 10 rooms here. Wow, he has a lot of health. Crazy. Okay, yeah, Zach's at 300k because of that level up. It's really, like, going to that top level, actually does, like, such a difference. Like, you can, like, literally you can level up twice there if things go right. These ninjas are pretty annoying, but he'll be okay. To find the egg emoji, yeah. Always gotta spam your egg emojis whenever you see a big egg drop. Dude, these ninjas are being a pain in the ass. This is actually brutal. Like, this is so... Ugh. So ninjas, I don't think I mentioned this, but there's a chance that they don't actually die when you hit them. Oh my god, this one's being so bad! Oh my god, he's... He's just running away from him. That's brutal. Oh my... These guys are... Dude, here we go again, round 2. Okay, he's got it. There we go. Jeez. God. That took a minute. It took an entire minute to get through that room. That room's brutal. But yeah, those ninjas have a chance of just not dying. As you can see there. And the gold ones are the worst because they just jump around insanely fast. They're really tough to kill. As you can see here, once again, round 2 with the ninjas. Here we go. He's actually... Wow, he literally just leveled up and he's gonna have to use a heal. That's actually incredible. Yeah, the gold ninjas, like, they're actually... Ooh, that's a good drop for him, actually. That's like a safety drop. He should be fine, like, he'll definitely complete the run, but... With the way these ninjas have been, you never really know. God, that one's so annoying. He's gonna have the key, too. Yeah, he does. He has the key. Yeah, alright. Okay, Zach, finally out of 92, I think that was. Or 93. Yeah, okay, that was 93. So he's in 94 now. TLK just finished up. I think he's on 80-something. Ooh, nice fire burst. That actually, if he doesn't have those fire burst already, that actually comes in handy for the Ractil fight coming up. Ooh, TLK's... Oh, he's so close to leveling up. Okay, nice, there we go. Yeah, he was down to 3 health. That's a good level up there. More skelebits here. This room takes a while sometimes, but, yeah. Actually, just in general, this room takes a long time. There's just so many enemies here, and they all, like... You literally have to use Boomer, because Boomer does, like, double damage to them in comparison to just jumping on their head. I think they have defense for Mario's jump. So... Sometimes it can take a while, especially if you get last key, this room can sometimes just straight up take a minute. But for skelebits, you want to be leveled up to at least 200k, that way you can just one-shot them with Boomer, rather than just having to do 2 hits with Boomer. Some boomerang bros in here, pretty annoying, but it's fine. TLK is on the Spanier room. Zach is on 97, like the worst room in this game. And he's got it. Let's go. Alright, this room that TLK is on, yeah, he's got poison. Thankfully, those enemies there drop a lot of heals. We should go back. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You should go back and pick that up just in case. But it depends. He might actually still be on PB pace, but I can't see his splits. There's a lot of dark boos right there. That is crazy. Bunch of coins for him. Alright, 99 here for Zach. He's gonna heal, which is actually a good decision, because sometimes these enemies can just do a lot of damage quick. But this is the... Oh, we got a catch card SP. What a drop. But that's actually a really good room right there. That room is just filled with Magiblots, like left and right. There's a lot of enemies there, so getting an early key is really good there. TLK actually uses a stopwatch, which is not a bad decision, especially on this room in particular. He's gonna take... It unfortunately takes a while to kill those enemies. Yeah. That stopwatch doesn't last too long, unfortunately. But yeah, Zach's on the Ractil fight. This is the final boss of the pit. It's basically the Fractal fight, but just maybe like a little more... a little bit more difficult. So for the first phase, when he gets on Ractil... Ooh! TLK! Oh my god. Yeah, he's down to... he's definitely gonna have to heal. I thought he was gonna die there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, these Koopa Trolls are just so annoying. They're a pain to deal with. And they take forever if you don't have a, like a tonic or anything like that. Yeah, this is unfortunately just really rough. Getting bad key RNG in this room is tough stuff. Alright, but yeah, he's on Ractil. So, For the first phase here, he's going to use as many Fire Bursts or Ice Storms that he has. I think he only has one. Yeah, he's actually going to... Okay, this is actually a decent strat. He's just going to wait for these enemies to show up, and then do probably 5 hits, and then use the Fire Burst. That's a good strat. Because the Fire Burst will do 5 hits. You're normally supposed to take, like, 2 Fire Bursts here. Unfortunately, he only got 1 drop this run. And he's going to use Peach. This is the use of Peach that I was mentioning to way earlier into the stream. But he's going to basically float down on top of this, this little antenna that he's got. Hit him 10 times, and then do it again, and that'll be it for the fight. Hopefully. I'm actually gonna refresh the stream just in case. I think he's got it again. Yeah, he's got it. Nice. Cool stuff. Alright, and I'm gonna refresh TLK's stream. He's down to 3 health again. That's rough. GG's to Zach. He's gonna get a 132, I think. Ooh, dude. No, TLK. No, dude. Oh, no. Oh, that is such a tough room to go through if you don't use the Shell Shock. Unfortunately, he spawned on the lower level, and he thought about using a heal, but he got the key. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright. Well, GG's to Zach. That's unfortunate TLK died there. Were you on PV pace by any means, TLK? Okay, good stuff, Dak. You actually got a 131. Well, never mind, you got a 132. Because my timer was off.